South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe? They would win the game. That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by their electrifying signal caller, the former Virginia Tech Hokie, Michael Vick.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
First play, first throw coming for Vick. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick. Vick in trouble, and down he goes. They wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Johnson to return it. Able to fight through 1 tackle. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Mahomes now to throw.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Buying time to his left. Cooks full extension. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Thorpe will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
Mahomes will throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. In motion, Gronkowski. Vick now. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Vick loses the football. It's out.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. On the return, Johnson.
Oh, nice move. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
To about the 33-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Second down and 8.
They go to Johnson again.
Down the right sideline. He may go.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Chris Johnson, 67 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
It's complete, and the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Gronk, the tight end, in motion. Vic readies to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Sacked there by Ray Lewis.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And Barber, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Vic.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Jack Fox now
as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Johnson on the return.
Good footwork at the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Going deep for Hopkins. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 43 yards. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here this first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. To throw, Vick. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now here's Vick. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic
Welcome
early
back.
lead.
Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now here's Mahomes. His pass left side to Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancombs is so committed to denying the big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 26 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, on the other
other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Throwing, Vick.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on two-point conversions as he is in to get them two more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
In motion right, that's Williams.
Vick to throw it. It's Williams on the catch.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back.
Well, so much for the first down.
And they coulda, woulda, shoulda had a first down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They did not.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now Mahomes, eluding the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Mahomes going to throw on the move to his left. Oh, spinning away. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Sliding out of the pocket. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board. Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that zero on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
From the gun, Vick.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. They'll try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Got an open man. It's Devin Hester. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage. Vick loses the football. It's out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.